What's going on today, guys? Boy, it's a beautiful day out here today. So I thought we'd take a look at our most recent fresh install that we did to the 04 LB7 Duramax, which I'm very excited about. We'll take a look at it and then we'll do a before and an after sound so you guys can tell what it sounds like. So if you follow the channel, you know we just recently did a turbo horn on this truck right here. So I'm going to show you what I went with and kind of explain to you why real quick. We went with the HSP Turbo Horn, 3.5 inch. Why? Because it's made in America and I could get it powder coated the color that I wanted for the direction that we're going to go under the hood. So we'll take a look at that. And I ordered it from Dan's Diesel Performance because I always see Dan real active on some of the Facebook groups that I'm part of for these Duramax trucks. So I definitely appreciate that. And you know, they're always really good about customer service and getting your stuff to you quick. So I've got the hood popped, and as you can see, we don't have much right now. I mean, the K&N intake was on it whenever I got the truck, but you can see we're going with a burnt orange color, but we got it in there. Was a little bit of a pain in the butt, but with the proper tools and proper methods, wasn't the worst thing in the world. And as you'll see here in a second, we have actually already done the before sound portion of the video. All right, so let's go ahead and get in. And go ahead and crank her up. Let's make sure those windows are down too. That guy's kind of slow. We need to replace that motor over there. Let's turn that off. I don't want there to be any chance of too much sound. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna head out to County Road here that's paved. And see if we can hear our turbo spool up any. So we got to get off the dirt road here, which, by the way, guys, I'm loving living out here much better than in town. All right, let's climb this hill with a little bit of force here. So hopefully you guys can kind of hear the turbo. Spool up a little bit, and we'll go down this hill here and give it a little more force. Just got to watch out for deer here. There we go. There's a little bit of turbo for you guys. All right, guys. We'll go up the hill here and see if we can get some good turbo action. Wait for all these folks to go by. Here. All right, so that was pretty low acceleration. We'll do some better whenever we pull this hill here. All right, we got to watch for deer right here. Slowing down a fair amount, and then we'll get on it. All right, let's go. All right, hopefully that was a decent clip right there, how it sounds. So let's go ahead and head back to the house. Let this thing cool off for just a second, because it might be a little bit warm, and then let's swap it out. We're going to go ahead and take it for a spin here. We'll try to record again so you can hear it after. Hopefully it's going to pick up decent for you guys, but I will tell you, even if it doesn't pick up, we'll post this. And I'll tell you, right now it seems like, to my ears anyway, it's probably about twice as loud now, and I really like the modification. If you can put up with the pain it is to install it, and you got a little bit of cash to spend, I mean, it's not real expensive. You can find, you know, even this great quality, top quality HSP one from Dan's Diesel Performance for under 200 bucks. So well worth getting. So let's go for that drive. All right, truck is cold right now, so we're gonna have to warm it up before we get on it too much. Let's go ahead and turn that fan off too. Let's go ahead and let those glow plugs clear. It's that poor window motor, the poor window tint. We need to get that taken care of. It's been about a week since she started, so let's get it warmed up a little bit, that oil flowing, and I'll be back with you guys to hear that after sound. That's maybe 25% throttle there. Going down here, turn around and come up the hill. That way we can give it a little more juice so you guys can see how it sounds. Once again, maybe about 40. Get up past these houses going up the hill and then give it a bit more fuel. The turbo spooled up was so much quicker. I can tell a difference, at least in the butt dyno there. And boy, whenever you let off that throttle, you can really hear the spool on that turbo. It just sounds great. Guys, if you haven't noticed by now, we are actually in the other truck. I take this one for my daily driver most of the time, but nonetheless, in working and stitching my video up, I noticed that I must have just been so excited to move on to the next video that immediately upon getting back to the house after the little pull that you guys just saw there, so you guys could hear how the turbo sounded after the turbo horn installed, that I jumped right into recording the next video and never really did an outro of the turbo horn video. So nonetheless, thought I'd take this time to do that and stitch that into the other part of the video. Believe it or not, there's a lot of editing that goes into these videos, and I am not a professional by any means. I mean, the quality of my videos is subpar compared to a lot of these guys out here, and that's probably why they've got a lot more subscribers than me. But nonetheless, I have more fun working on the trucks than stitching the videos up. But anyways, that's beside the point. Like I said, just want to kind of make an outro for you. I think I'd said earlier in the video that I think that the turbo, at least to my ears, is probably twice as loud. So if you guys are looking for more turbo noise, that whistle out of an LB7, this is definitely a must-have mod. And I went and looked on my card, and I think I gave $168 for it, shipped to the house. And once again, I went with HSP, buying it through Dan's Diesel, because American company, American made, your money's staying here. I got it custom powder coated the color I want, and since it's powder coated, I know it's a little bit tougher. I don't have to worry about it just being painted or something like that, where it might flake off or get scratched whenever I'm in there working on it. So that's a big plus, as well as just the overall design of it. It's good quality material. It's got the slotted spots for the screws, or I'm sorry, the bolts. So it made for a pretty easy install going back in. Guys, if you're picking up on this video and are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe and go check out an older video. I'll leave a link in the description. So if you decide you want to do this mod, I've got an entire video showing you how to take out the old turbo horn and put it in. But yeah, this is a great upgrade. like I said earlier, if you want that turbo whistle, pairing this with some sort of aftermarket intake and an exhaust is probably about as loud as you're going to get out of at least a stock turbo on an LB7, unless you want to start shelling out some money for some higher quality turbos like a 66 millimeter or a 68. There's all sorts of different routes you could go in that respect. But nonetheless, guys, thanks for checking out today's video. If you got any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll be glad to get back with you guys, or we can use it kind of as an open forum to discuss how you guys like to try to get more turbo sound out of your pickups, primarily the LB7s, just because they're a different animal than all of the other Duramaxes whenever it comes to the turbo style that's on there. And I know I said it once, I want to say it again, guys. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you can get updates on the build, the 2004 LB7 that we're working on. And every once in a while, we throw in a video of the 2014 High Country here. Guys, until next time, take care.